right. Once again, I just want to have you introduce yourself one more time here.
My name is Assistant Chief Brandon Robinson with the Bainbridge Fire and EMS.
All right. So we talked a little bit before we got on here. I kind of want to have you introduce yourself, like how you kind of got to where you're at right now. You said you did it in high school. What's the history? I think I heard the sheriff even say you had some family. This is like a family thing. So why don't you break it down from day one to where you're at now?
All right. So my dad has been a firefighter for years. He started the fire department in 1990.
Okay.
Started it?
Well, he ran it at a fire department, not from here, not in Bainbridge, but a department up north. I'm originally from the Dayton area.
Okay. We're Springfield. So.
Oh, we're from West Alexandria.
Okay. Well, that's not far at all. 20 minutes.
My dad ran on that fire department for years.
Okay. So then, I mean, you kind of fell into that or what?
Yeah, I pretty much grew up in the fire department. I was
Okay.
there all the time. I participated in trainings. I even had my own set of fire gear at like 8 years old.
Okay.
Really?
I
Really?
did. I
Like
had-
real stuff?
Real stuff.
Really?
Helmet, pager. I had a radio.
Hell, you would have been one hell of a neighbor to have.
It's great.
He would have put out your fire.
We're on Facebook Live, but I'm not on YouTube Live right now. I'm gonna post it in like when we're done here, it'll be on like 20 minutes later. Yep. Sorry. Keep going, keep going, brother.
Oh, you're totally good.
We got your brother-ins interrupting you.
Yeah.
Are you used to that?
We're used to that. Especially with
So
deputies.
you had your own fire gear as an 8-year-old, so everyone's happy to have you as a neighbor. Just in case some illegal moonshine blows up and you get to run over there and help out.
That's what you're talking about.
No one knows what that is.
No one does that in America.
So you started at a young age. You got into high school. I think you said they had a cadet program there as well.
That's right.
How was that for you?
That was a wonderful experience. I was one of the first cadets Bainbridge ever had.
Okay.
So me and one of my friends joined the fire department together in high school because I was already obsessed with it pretty much because I grew up with it.
Mhm.
Right.
And I told my dad I was interested in it, and he was all for it. See, my dad had officially retired before I joined the department, but then I started into the department, and he sort of got involved back into it.
So
Okay.
when you say did it start with your dad, or did like your grandfather, was he also a firefighter? Or
It was my dad. My
Okay.
dad started it.
okay. So when you were in high school and you were a cadet, I mean, how from being a cadet to being where you're at today, how much did that really play a factor in you being to where you're at today?
It helped a lot. It taught me the basics of firefighting. I was able to go on runs with the guys, learn everything, learn all the equipment, learn how to roll hose, lay hose,
Mhm.
everything that a firefighter needs to do.
Mhm.
I actually got really good at running the engine. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
where was at the time, we was a very small volunteer department. We
Mhm.
had maybe 3 or 4 guys showing up on a fire,
Right.
and
Right.
they let me run the engine at 15 years old.
There you go.
So when you say run the engine, break that down for people that may not know what that is.
So the engine is basically the fire truck that would respond to any type of a structure fire.
So were you driving it?
I was not driving it. Somebody drove it to the scene, and I
Okay.
would ride
And then
with
you
them.
take over from there.
Then I'd
I
pick
was
them
like,
up.
dang, 15 years old, just
So-
riding around on the old fire truck.
So Anthony, we're all about coincidences here.
I'm all about it.
You know who just joined the live?
John Bentz.
He did.
John Bentz, we got a fellow
Mr.
firefighter
John
here.
Bentz.
So he's
the moonshine firefighter.
we like to call him a brother of our podcast. We love this guy, man. He's a firefighter, moonshiner, and even more than that, just a great, great guy. So I know he's going to enjoy this one. So you went through the cadet program that kind of prepared you for where you're at today,
Mhm.
as the assistant chief, correct?
That's right.
I mean, I don't know. This might be the stupid question. I might get ball tagged by John
Me.
Bentz later for asking this
or me.
or him. But I mean, how much action really going on? I mean, around this small town? Is this a town of less than 1,000, right?
Anthony,
Yeah, definitely less than 1,000.
before he even takes off, just today alone, we have heard numerous stories and
we have.
accounts of just this block right here, which I want you to hit on here in a minute.
Mhm.
About-
If he knows about it.
Oh, I know all
he
about
knows
it.
all about it.
Yes.
I'm telling you now, he does. But just this block
No,
right
we don't
here
have-
just burned down. What, 4 years ago? I was told.
Yep, 2018.
Okay. And look, there's some more lights going on here.
Yep, the squad crews returned.
Are you also paramedic?
I'm an EMT basic.
EMT basic. Okay. All
So,
right.
like Anthony was just saying, you want to talk a little bit more about the I know there's a rich history of fires here in Bainbridge. You want to talk about
A
that?
rich history.
No, there really is.
Really?
We've had a lot of big fires in Bainbridge.
Really?
Yep, 2 in my career that I can recall that I've been in the department with.
Are they,
Technically 3 at this point.
were they purposeful?
I can't
No,
disclose that
okay.
info.
Can you blame me for asking though? I'm just
No.
trying to dive in here, sir.
Oh no, we get questions like that all the
Yeah,
time, but
yeah.
we're not allowed.
So tell us about that. The 2 big ones.
So the biggest one we had so far was in 2018. There used to be 3 buildings that stood right here in this vacant lot, which is now the Village Green.
Mm-hmm.
That was May 1st of 2018, about 2:30 in the morning. We were toned to a smoke investigation, and we show up and the city block's basically on fire.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So, I mean, were there people inside?
No, it was all vacant. And
That's
Okay, well,
good.
that's
That's
good.
yeah,
good.
nobody was inside. It was all vacant.
Hey, let's do
Look,
it.
look
All
at his
right.
way of giving us ice cream.
I'm all about it.
Oh yeah, do I get one?
It's good for my
Oh.
diabetes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
kidding. I don't think I have it. So this thing goes up in flames and it just torches the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much by the time we get here, me and my brother was actually on EMS duty that night.
Mm-hmm.
We responded from home because we're volunteer, so it's
Right.
paid.
Yeah.
But we show up and the firehouse is that road right here to where that gas station is. You'll
Mhm.
turn right there and head to the firehouse. We came around into town. My brother actually looked up to me. He's like, "Is the street lights really that bright in Bainbridge this time of night?"
Mhm.
He's like, "What time is it?" I'm like, "Hell, I don't know. At 2:00 in the morning."
Mhm.
So you knew.
Yeah, oh, we could tell.
Wow.
We live on the outside of town. We was coming into town and all we seen was a header, which is in the fire service is, "Oh shit, we got a lot of fire."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
There's a sign fixing the fall. Okay, can you have them go to the festival building and somebody will help them out?
And our staff, can you
We got you.
We'll get
signs
taken
looking
care
to
of
fall
for you.
here?
We
We need-
appreciate
where's
it.
the festival? My wife will go. Where's it at?
It's up here at the stoplight. Take a left and you'll see the big brick building there on the right.
Big brick building at the light. Take a left. There's a big brick building. Big brick building. Someone needs
That's a
to.
tongue twister.
It is. I'm trying to mess him up a little bit there.
To be honest with you, it's not that difficult, sir.
He's
I am
the
not the most-
smartest
I'm
individual.
not. I'm not the most intelligent guy around the block, but I have a badass podcast though.
There you go.
Just kidding. I mean, if you like it, you like it. So, that's obviously that building's toast. So that's no longer there. We did hear something about a long time ago. Have you heard stories of the pharmacy?
I don't recall any.
So back in the day, there was an older pharmacy. I don't know if it was in the same location. We did get we didn't get any information on that.
Mm.
But the old pharmacy, there was a structure fire in it, and they had moonshine and whiskey and barrels in the back. So this is
Oh.
during Prohibition times.
Oh, shoot.
So they were trying to roll the whiskey and moonshine barrels through the front, and it left alcohol on the ground.
And it sparked.
And it sparked,
oh.
and you know what happens when you throw some shine on a fire?
You got a mess.
Got poop.
So sadly with that one, I think, are you familiar with the ghost trail here?
I sure am.
So what the pharmacist was telling us was he was asked to play a pharmacist.
Okay.
It's fitting.
Oh yeah,
very
yeah.
fitting.
Very fitting.
That's very
And,
fitting.
and he's the one that kind of divulged us with that story. So leading to believe it's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I could.
What is
honestly
this
see that.
ghost tour?
It's a tour that they do every year around October, and they have a group of people that act out historic events that happened in Bainbridge throughout the years.
Okay.
So we'll have
it's-
to get with the pharmacist and try to get him on and talk about that
well,
story.
I just need to know, is it actually haunted?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of stories about.
I mean, have you had any experiences?
I personally have not had any
Gotcha.
experiences.
Don't blame the guy for asking. Don't
Well,
blame the guy for
you
asking.
say you haven't had
Is he
any
saying yes, it's
experiences.
haunted. This guy's shaking his head.
I
yes.
believe that's what he was doing.
I think
So
he said it's haunted.
you said you haven't had any experiences, but do you believe in ghosts?
Me personally, no.
So
I
so
don't.
that might have something to do with it.
That would probably have a lot to do
Okay.
with it.
You're Ryan, scooch over. You're so if something weird happens, there's a reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my beliefs anyway.
I got you. So how long you been on the EMS fire?
I joined the fire department in 2012. Got my fire certification in 2015 after I graduated high school.
Okay.
Then immediately after that, I joined the EMS, got my EMT certification.
Like right out of high school?
Yeah, I got everything right out of high school.
2015, Anthony.
Is this all you've done?
This is all I've ever wanted to do.
Okay.
Hey, so you're living your dream.
I'm living my dream job. This is all I've ever wanted.
So one question I have for you from here, is
some help over here?
what is this festival? What are you guys expecting out of it?
And what's it
And-
mean to the town?
And what does it mean to the town?
This festival is a very traditional thing. It's been going on since, I believe, 1968.
Oh, wow.
It's a big deal around here. It's a great time. It's nice to see the community come out, not just our community, but communities all over the county, state. We've had people out of state at this festival before.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because we had, what was it, about 9 a.m, people from Illinois.
Yeah.
I think they parked right over here somewhere. They
Mhm.
said, we came from Illinois for this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
our first time ever, but we're coming for it.
Oh, it's a big deal.
I met somebody yesterday that was, I heard him talking, it was New York.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, New York, that's crazy.
It's crazy. They come to little old Bainbridge.
So so a town of what, less than 1,000?
Yeah, less than 1,000. I'd say 750, 790, somewhere
Man.
around there.
And as far as that, I mean, there's 20,000 people that come through here?
Oh,
For
every
this
bit of
festival?
it.
Every bit of
Every
that?
bit of it.
And one thing that's astonishing to me, and we hit on this a little bit earlier when we were over at Ironsides, this community seems like it's very close knit
We are.
and it's very tight. Everyone
Everybody knows
other.
each other's shit.
You've got it right. Everybody knows everybody. I can't hardly go around anywhere here without somebody knowing
If
me.
you're having an affair with your neighbor, they're all gonna know.
Yeah, they're gonna know everything.
Okay.
There's no secrets.
You ain't running out the back with a towel on without everybody seeing.
So-
That is for sure.
So we've heard multiple things about it at this point. We're going to have them on a little later, someone
Mhm.
there. What does Ironsides provide to the community? Because we hear they're huge.
They do provide a lot of feedback to the community. They support us a lot as a fire department. There's a couple years ago, they hosted a Christmas party for the fire department.
Oh, wow.
Well, they
There,
provided
did they do it
everything.
there?
Yep, we did it there.
So they provided the food?
They provided all
Beer?
the food. Well, there was no beer.
No beer.
We all had to be available
Yeah,
in case
be
we got a
on.
call.
But it's one thing that we brought up, and it's not fair. It's like the moonshine community. It's a bad stigma for a lot of people. Motorcycle clubs get a bad stigma for no reason.
Right.
And 99% of them
Well,
are good people and they have good causes about what they do.
I agree with you there, 100%.
Anthony, you had something to say?
I think a lot of that has just to do with the history of
No,
motorcycle.
Yeah, I
you
agree
know.
with you.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a bad stigma, and
It is.
the majority get cast to the side just because of the 1%.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have fire department motorcycle clubs,
Yeah,
the
I
Red
mean,
Knights.
So I'm a corrections officer. We have
Gotcha.
correction officer clubs.
Right.
You have police, you have fire, you have military.
I
It's everywhere.
have a good question.
Hmm.
You're as far as being in the fire department, about like safety in the buildings and parking inside of crosswalks.
Oh, yes.
Tell me that's not a little far into the crosswalk.
It's a lot of the
It's a
crosswalk.
lot of
We
the
tried to
crosswalk.
tell
We
'em.
tried to tell him.
Well,
We
We
were-
tried to
we-
tell the guy. I said, keep coming, keep coming. He didn't trust me. He almost hit the handicap sign.
And actually,
Oh.
when something goes bad, we were live. We got
We
the
were live.
recording.
oh, well, there you go.
And we, you know what? We did our part, sir. We tried to,
Well, we
tried our-
appreciate that. We appreciate all the help we can get.
We were like, "You're in the crosswalk. Are we good?"
We even made a
No.
lane. We even made a fire lane on the sidewalk so people could get through.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we don't want that fire hydrant being blocked there. Then we might have an
Uh,
issue.
I know.
So earlier, I kind of wish we would have stayed where we were because the truck was backed up to about here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And at this point, I wish we would have stayed there so the crosswalk wasn't.
I
Wow.
know.
right.
But we were trying to be nice to everybody, and we parked in the back.
We're
And then this happened.
we're kind of hoping we
I
could
love
get.
it.
We're kind of hoping we could get like a Bainbridge bright orange parking vest.
And
That's what we're
we'll
hoping
start
for.
directing traffic for
Yes.
you guys. Yes,
Advertise Trump.
Yeah.
every day, sir.
Trump. This guy says Trump
Yes.
2024.
2024.
I'll take it.
Hey, we're all with that.
I'll take it back.
Any day. I'd love to have him back.
FJB.
Yeah, yes, you got it right.
And you know, it's one. I would say we're both in one of those professions where you have to watch what we say,
You got it
but
right.
at the same time, we can be political.
Right.
You're saying I'm in a profession like that?
No,
Oh,
about me and him.
so I'll say whatever I want.
I mean, we will.
How we
too,
doing today?
But
We just got to watch how he say it.
yep,
I'll say it how I want, when I
And
want,
that's-
where I want.
that's something funny to bring up because Anthony and I has been. Hey, look at that! I said Anthony and I for once.
I know. Oh my God.
That's my first time ever. First
I'm
time
always,
ever.
I always correct him.
But Anthony and I have started this what a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
now?
me and Dylan did that about a year and a half ago.
I love that talk right there. Me and Anthony, we're back to it.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Being in corrections, working for the state and everything, I told him from the get go, I was like, some stuff I might have to tame myself,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you guys can talk about it all you want. And I'm not going to stop that.
But your main reason we've gotten kicked off of Facebook
Well,
10
fuck
times.
them, because hold on. First off, that's because we got hit for profanity.
Oh my God.
Which we don't want to use a lot of. We're on a giant
I
speaker
get
here.
that, but fuck Zuckerberg.
I know. No more. No, we
But
got kids.
you're right. But saying that, we've had multiple people that have came on like we don't know what we can and can't say, so we don't want to be on there.
I'm just
Right.
saying.
Well,
you said you were limiting what you're saying. I
There
disagree.
are multiple people on here that can still do this.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to be careful.
If I see one
Yep.
more funnel cake go past me, I'm tripping them. I'm getting it and I'm running.
You want me to tell someone to buy you one?
No.
So you got to get a funnel cake.
Where's the
I'm
sheriff?
going to get a funnel
Yeah,
cake.
where'd the sheriff go? He can
Sheriff.
get you that.
You gave us a card for ice cream. We want funnel cakes now.
He's over there hiding. Look at him.
So what is was this? So is that like the hometown sheriff?
No, we don't have a police department in Bainbridge. It's all
Really?
ran through the Ross County Sheriff's Office.
I'm moving
Okay.
here.
So we can do moonshine here.
I mean, you can probably get away with it a little easier.
Well, if you don't have a police department, I'm sure you can. This is one of them towns you can pay them off with a court.
That's right.
When was the last time the ATF was here?
Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're gold. We're gold.
So being part of this small town, what is your favorite part about Bainbridge, Ohio?
My favorite part about Bainbridge is the small knit community. Everybody knowing everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you look forward to? I mean, every year. I mean, is this that or
I look forward to the festival every year, and I also look forward to the fire department's Christmas float every year.
okay?
Okay.
I actually head the committee for the Christmas float.
Oh, okay. So does that go down this road here?
We go to every house in the village.
So-
Really?
Yeah, we have Santa Claus. We decorate a float every year into Christmas. We hand
Awesome.
out little goodie bags to all the kids in Bainbridge.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
So-
it's great.
We had one question today. Obviously the big parade's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The car show parade's today.
Mm-hmm.
Is that coming down the main road here, or what is the route for that parade?
Yep, they'll come off of Maple down the straightaway here on Main Street, and you'll be able to see everything.
Anthony, I think you had a question earlier about he might know about cop cars.
I don't know if he'd know that, but
He might.
so we were on the way here from Springfield and we followed a probably a 1960s Dodge cop car, sheriff car, but it was decked out in completely everything. It said
It-
sheriff on it, it had the light on it,
Oh my
it had
gosh.
the
It's down there at
is
the car
that
show.
legal?
I mean, it's legal as long
legal.
As long as they're not like
Yeah.
actually acting
as
a
long
police
as they're not
officer.
acting as a police officer. As far as I know, it's legal.
I'm turning my Dodge Ram into a sheriff truck.
I mean,
There you go.
to my thinking, and I'm not a smart individual, but
Ain't that
as
true?
long as it's not a modern vehicle like that you guys
What'd you
have.
do? Write the law? You know the law?
Well, I'm
I
just
doubt it.
thinking out loud here. As long as it's not a modern
What are you?
vehicle,
You're
without a sticker
writing your
on
own
it,
laws now?
I think if it's an older vehicle,
Pretty much.
it's grandfathered in.
Yeah, as long as
This
it's not
guy-
a service
This
vehicle,
guy thinks he knows
grandfather.
everything.
Grandfathered.
Yeah, grandfathered in.
I'll grandfather you. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna do
I'll keep my mouth shut.
it. So, what's your favorite thing here at the festival?
My favorite thing is I'd say probably the car
Funnel
show. I do
cakes.
I do enjoy funnel cakes too. I mean, obviously.
I hear
Okay,
you.
so other than the funnel
The
cake,
car show, you said?
I enjoy going to the car show every year. I like going there and checking everything out.
I heard it's a massive car show.
It usually is pretty good.
So
That's pretty cool.
what is there one thing that we should try food wise here?
So on Maple Street, there's a booth on down there. They like sell cheeseburgers and they're like wrapped in bacon, barbecue sauce, jalapenos.
Hallelujah.
They it is amazing. Their barbecue sauce is all homemade.
There is a God.
It is wonderful. They talked me right into buying it, and I'm probably gonna go get another one for the weekend over.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Now I'm like my stomach just growled.
Oh,
I'm
but
just thinking
it's
about
great.
bacon and burgers and pickles and cheese
Oh, they're amazing.
stacked on a bun.
And she has French fries.
Let me try one on air. Let me see if these are any good. I'm doing this for the podcast. Yep.
Pretty
Yep.
good. Pretty good.
Those are good. Well, is there anything else you wanted to add, brother? You wanted to add to there? Or?
I just want to let you know that we're here all weekend. We have a booth set up here, basically a first aid booth.
Yep.
We have a fill the boot set up for our annual Christmas float. We're taking donations,
Okay.
and the fire department and EMS is always here to help you guys if you need anything.
Awesome. And this guy's the guy to go see. I'm telling you, he's been doing it since he was 8 years old. So listen, he's got a boot to fill. Come fill the boot. Let's do this for this Christmas.
We would greatly appreciate it.
And of course, we've got our t-shirts out for sale. Anybody wants we got the black character ones for 30, the white ones for 20. We want to see you guys come out here, chit chat. And if any of the locals want to hop on, we'd love to have you hear some of these old school, folk tales. Anybody else? Nope. We're good.
We're golden.
All right, brother. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Big Sturge.
I'm Justice League.
I'm Brandon.
And we are American Whiskey.